Hello and welcome, my dear fellas. Did a grind early on and wow, tried as hard as I could. Everyday training, and it's been a grind. Okay, I just put some things under changes. I need to highlight something. I will do it very soon, and then we're gonna get underway. Now, I'm sure you will be surprised with my picks. As always, I will release my picks. You know that I never hide anything from you. But I need to be a bit tricky this time. I have a solid, like expectation in the end of Shamil Gaziev, and I believe Shamil Gaziev might actually do a good job on this card. But also, I have some, let's say, unexpected picks. And I'm hoping for the best, like, got faith in Gaziev. Okay, just to share it on Twitter. One second. And to share it on Discord. Discord. There you go. And let's start with the card. I hope there weren't last minute changes this time. And need to check one more time because I want to be 100% sure. You never know with these guys. UFC 296. Okay, no changes. Randy Brown, Muslim Salikov. Brown versus Salikov. Fight starts round 3. Side call Brown to win. I also need to see odds because I need to compare it to my bookie. Okay, Brown is a big favorite as expected. Martin Bude, Shamil Gaziev, line is dropping. Shavkat is better than Hamzat. Yes, he is. Gaziev to win. I placed a bet at plus 145. Yesterday, today is plus 125. So I assume Gaziev is going to be a favorite as time goes by. Andre Fili, Lucas Almeida. Fight starts. No. Gonna say no distance. Fili to win. Tagir Ulanbekov, Cody Durden. Now that one is tricky. Ulanbekov can be amazing, but he can be horrible. Gonna say fight starts round 3. Side call Ulanbekov to win, but really could go either way. Durden has excellent wrestling. This should be a great scrap if you're asking me. Then Alonzo Manifield versus Dustin Jacoby. Gonna say no distance. That is going to be no distance for me. Side call, let's say Jacoby, but I'm so unsure. This fight is extremely tricky, and I didn't bet on this. I really didn't bet on this, so my piece of advice is if you can evade it. If you can evade this fight. Only if you can. So let's go with preliminary card. Casey O'Neill, Ariane Lipski. Now this fight is interesting, and I was thinking along who should I pick. Lipski not that bad. Gonna say fight starts round 3. Gonna say O'Neal decision. O'Neal to win. O'Neal decision. I will later write you all my picks. Next, I'm going with Cody Garbrandt, Brian Kelleher. Let's say Garbrandt. Cody to win. Cody, ETD. I don't think Cody will try to go to the ground with Kelleher. Kelleher is actually pretty dangerous on the ground. Irene Aldana, Karol Rosa. Fight starts round 3. Side call Aldana decision. Sorry, I just like Meow Mates too much, and I'm a big fan of Aldana. Don't get mad at me, but I like Meow Mates too much. Aldana is a huge Meow Mate lover, but Karol Rosa can take a beating, though. This is 135 as much as I know, not 145, so Rosa will have to cut some pounds. She looks very big. She looked very, very big at 145. Right now, I assume she will be slicker and faster, but I still have Irene Aldana winning the fight. Josh Emmett, Bryce Mitchell, extremely tricky fight. Bryce Mitchell, a big favorite. Josh Emmett is very tough. He's hard to beat. I'm gonna go with over 2.5. Side call Mitchell. But I'm telling you, this one is very tricky. Very, very tricky. If you're asking me, Emmett is extremely tough. Maybe even fight goes the distance could be a good call on this one. I wouldn't be surprised if Emmett scores a win. No, don't get me wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. If Emmett is able to win this one, I wouldn't call it an upset. Now, I know the majority of you are going to say, Vlad, this might be a crazy call. Well, maybe it is, but I think Emmett stands a chance here. No, really, I really think he stands a chance. Next one is the main card. And the main card opener is Vicente Luque versus Ian Machado Gary. Ian Gary has been in big problems recently, so I'm gonna say fight starts round 3. Side call Gary to win, but Luque recently beat Dos Anjos, and I didn't bet on this fight, especially because of Gary's previous life issues, and he married Cougar. I honestly don't know what to say. Tony Ferguson, Paddy Pimblett. I'm going to say no distance. Man, I want Tony to win, but I think I'm gonna stay away from picking a side in this one. I'm like, listen, okay, I'm gonna risk Ferguson to win, double stake or split. If Ferguson loses now, bye-bye. Paddy will put Tony in a coffin. I know. So no distance is my call. I know Tony is done, man, but I'm just too big fan. I mean, you know how it goes. Then the next one is Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Steven Thompson. I've got Shavkat to win. Shavkat ETD. Confident Shavkat ETD. Next one is Pantoja Hoival. That is extremely hard to call. Hello, Pick'em MMA. Hey, I've seen you doing great calls. Hoival to win against Pantoja, but I'm going with over 2.5. Shavkat might get schooled on the feet. Exactly, but Shavkat will probably try to shoot in and drag Thompson to the ground. Thompson is actually not good on the ground, but on the feet he's brutal. Yes, I'm doing great, Pick'em MMA. How are you doing? Tony is not going to retire regardless. I know, as a big fan of Tony, I know he's not going to retire. But I like his stubbornness. No, really, I like his stubbornness. He is pushing his pace, he's pushing his story. Way to go, man. Colby Covington, Leon Edwards. over 2.5 for Covington Edwards. Side call that is extremely hard. Let's say Covington decision, but could go either way. Leon could school him. Hello. Tony likely gets subs. True. Over 1.5. Oh yeah. Now you wanna hear my bets. My bets are this. Now, see. I'm writing my bets now. And, okay, call me crazy. But yesterday I placed a bet on Gaziev on plus 145. And my bets are, well, I hope you're ready, my dear fellas. There you go. Hello, mate. Gaziev is rubbish on the feet, absolutely. But he is brutal on the ground. There you go. Shavkat to win. Gaziev to win. Covington versus Edwards, over 2.5. Looked like he never had a fight before. Exactly. I think if Gaziev takes him down, Gaziev to win. But again, I know, crazy calls. I like those bets. I know. These are my bets. So, round robin, Covington, Hoival. When does stubbornness become hazardous to your health in this case? Yes. Like Gaziev finish only pro plus 130. Yesterday I placed a bet on Gaziev was plus 145 at my bookie. Today is plus 125. Round robin Covington, Hoival, and who else did I pick from underdogs? Okay, I know Tony is a crazy call, but I know it is a crazy call. I'm aware, but I'm just a fan. I didn't bet on that though. Tony to win, Gaziev to win. I bet on his ML at plus 155 a week ago. He was plus 145 yesterday at my bookie. And to be honest, I don't know. Not gonna say these are the perfect bets, but I only have those three. I always release my bets, so that's just me, you know. I'm a fair guy, and I'm gonna let you vote now. Now, let's see. I'm gonna make you posts to vote. That is always fun. Greatest upset chance. Hoival, Colby, Tony, Gaziev, other comments. So you can vote. And also, I'm going to let you vote on greatest chance to win. Shavkat, Leon, Pantoja, Brown, other comments. So yeah, Tony is not gonna retire. I know that. Alejandro Pantoja for the win. GL on all of them. Yeah, Pantoja in my parlay. Bet on him last time at plus money. Well, last time whoever bet on Pantoja earned a fortune. Pantoja used to be a heavy underdog last time. If you bet on him last time, then you earned a fortune, man. That was a great call, though. I didn't bet on Pantoja last time. I didn't think he was that powerful. No, honestly, I didn't think he was gonna win. I really didn't think he was gonna win, but okay. If you bet on him last time, then you earned a fortune, man. I hope you put a lot of money on him, because if you did, then you're way much richer. I don't know how much money you put, but if you put a lot of money, then you got rich, man. It was a risky call though, but congrats. I mean, it's always. I'm always glad when you beat the bookie. I'm always glad when you beat the bookie. So what can I say? Only put 100. Junkyard dog, huh? I like that. 100. Gajia best underdog, I agree. Was worried Moreno might have improved a lot. Walker Yeri would be so fun. I guess Yeri gonna fight Rakic. Yeri accepted a call out of Alexander Rakic, but he says February or March. They rebooked it. Walker fighting Ankalaev in January. Amazing. I want to see that rematch. I know. You see Pereira's LFA fight. Of course, that massive left hook that landed clean, yes. I remember that fight. I think I even had that fight. Don't forget to vote, please. Make sure you vote, my dear fellas. Please vote if you can. I mean, voting is always a great way to go. I always like to hear your opinions and thoughts. Always happy to hear it. And also, just to know, I'm never jealous. I'm always glad when one of my dear fans hits the parlay. If I can help somebody, I'm always glad. I feel well when somebody, for example, follows my piece of advice and earns some money. I really feel well. I'm telling you, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But when somebody wins money by following my tips, it really means a lot to me. It really means a lot to me. Just telling you, it all means a lot to me. Because I'm really trying, I'm putting everything I have in this, and sometimes I just want to hear approval. But for example, obviously last time Pick MMA was way better in his picks than me when he picked Pantoja. I was on the wrong side that time. Yeah, it's not always easy to make money in MMA. This is a hard sport to predict. Exactly. I don't know how people earn a lot of money on boxing. That's something I will never understand. Boxing for me is very hard to bet. I have some fans who say that they are earning money on boxing. Mean congrats, but boxing is so hard, man. Even if you know who's gonna win, they have like crazy lines, and in MMA you have many ways to finish your opponent. Boxing is rigged. Some boxing matches definitely are. Not gonna lie, some of them are. In MMA, I don't know how much is the percent of rigging. I mean, there is rigging in MMA, I'm not gonna lie. There is rigging. We can say there isn't, but we all know there is. We all subconsciously know there is. Ngannou should have won. I don't think Ngannou was a good champ for the UFC. For us fans, we enjoyed Ngannou, but Dana White didn't like him. He didn't want to obey the orders. Here he shouldn't fight Rakic that soon. He just got finished a few weeks ago. I know, he's still under medical suspension. In that boxing fight, he was -1-5 favorite at the end of that fight. You're talking about Ngannou Fury. Well, he should have, I guess, but never expected Ngannou is that good in boxing. I mean, MMA is completely different thing. You have many ways to finish your opponent, but honestly, don't know, man. You are right, there are so many rigged fights, and sometimes it's almost impossible to predict how it goes. But you are right about boxing. Majority of boxing matches are rigged. Just like, for example, Charlie Zelenov. That is... imagine Charlie Zelenov fighting. When we're already talking about that, I think we have Zerbian Charlie Zelenov. If that was MMA fight, Ngannou would have hammer-fisted him to sleep. I think I have to agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. Love you all, my dear fellas. Yeah, if that was the MMA fight, he would have been put to sleep soon. Maybe even sooner. There is something I need to check. Give me like 1 minute, please. There is something I need to check. Maybe I lost a piece of my equipment. 1 second, please. I didn't lose my groin guard, thanks God. My groin guard is here. Did you ever check out Napoleon Bonaparte? Oh, yes, I did. That guy has excellent channel. I know who that guy is. He has excellent MMA channel. He is really having excellent MMA channel. I know who is Napoleon Bonaparte. That guy really has excellent MMA channel, and no, in MMA is like it's nice, really nice. Also, Shamil Gaziev. Maybe I made a crazy call by betting on Shamil Gaziev, but just saying maybe. But I placed a bet yesterday, it was +145. I simply couldn't resist. I mean, don't get this wrong, but I simply couldn't resist. For some reason, I couldn't. Just don't know, I couldn't resist for some reason. Yesterday, I had to visit my bookie. Today, I added 2 more parlays. But yesterday, I said to myself, man, I can't resist. Simply can't resist. I have some... Oh no, I just had some high level expectations out of those fights. And for some reason, simply said to myself, well, I have to place this bet. He had like few moments, and I decided to take a dive. That's what I decided to do. I really decided to take a dive. Yeah, I know who is Napoleon blown apart. I know who that guy is. That guy is really doing a great job. I mean, majority of them do. This is though the last pay-per-view of the card, the last pay-per-view of the year though. Kubrat pull a pound for pound ranking. Hmm. Well, he was one of the best heavyweights, but I would put him at like maybe top 5 or top 7. There were better goats than him, but the best Bulgarian heavyweight ever? Hmm. I don't know. We have never had better Bulgarian heavyweight, not that I remember. He was at the top of the division for a very long time, but yeah, there were better heavyweights, but top 5, top 7 would be okay. If Colby wins, it will be a sad day because you know he isn't sticking around and defending it. He is absolutely retiring. Yeah, if he wins, he accomplished everything. What else can he accomplish, really? Well, he can be a promoter. There are many other ways for Colby Covington to earn money. Like, he's extremely famous. Why would he waste his health or face or whatever? Just saying, why would he do that when he has other ways to earn money? And he can also calm down, have a family, have a chick. Like, you know how's Colby. Colby is always looking around. That's his nature. That guy is always looking around. It's simply in his nature, that type of behavior. He's always around. Colby Covington. That guy is always around. The pound for pound list might be the most overrated conversation topic in the entire sport. Why? Do you have some special reason for that? Or, I know, bias and hard to compare different eras of the sport. I get you. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. Sup, guys? How goes it? Did I miss the predictions? You're picking Colby. Just scroll the chat. I wrote everything. Just scroll the chat. Well, I picked over 2.5, and you have my bets. They are pinned. We're gonna see. Just scroll the chat. I wrote everything. Think the card is pretty straightforward. I will scroll up. We'll see. We'll see, you know. Last card, for example, was a massive success for me. I want another success. I hope I can help as many people as I can. I mean, I sometimes win, sometimes lose, just like you. Everybody is like. I only have 3 bets on this one. I have Shaukat to win, Gaziev to win, and Covington versus Edwards over 2.5. Clarissa Shields fights with. If Clarissa Shields fights with Rolly Romero, I might bet in house on Rolly. Rolly is actually very good. Rolly is actually very, very good. Very underrated boxer. And Clarissa started to slow down a bit. I'm not saying she's not in her prime, but Romero is very good in close range bombs and body shots. See, you're picking Hoivel, that is one of the best fights. I'm picking Pantoja, however. Yeah, side call is Hoivel, but over 2.5. Roy Hamal. Yeah, but Pantoja versus Hoivel official pick is over 2.5. I don't think Hoivel's shoulder is gonna pop again. That makes no sense to me. I don't think that shoulder gonna pop again. Also, Moreno was fighting in the past with a popped shoulder. Exactly, it is the most opinionated set of rankings in the entire sport. I have nothing against the topic itself. Just feel like too many people place too much importance on it. Pantoja made easy work of Hoiva last time. I don't blame his loss on the shoulder. Me neither. Me neither. Pantoja was more successful, but Hoival evolved a lot. I mean, he fought a lot, he evolved a lot, and nowadays Hoival is a different breed, a different type of fighter. I believe Hoival might actually get the job done. But again, over 2.5 is my official call. Not changing my official call though, but like you never know. Things happen for a reason if you're asking me. Hey Slap, how you doing? This might be a bit longer stream. I have some time. At least tonight I have some time. Hoival could win. I'd give him a 30% chance. Yeah, that is a nice percent. Dugat on main card. Shaukat to win. I guess Ian Gary to win. Man, I want Tony Ferguson to win so badly. If he loses, that's the end of his career. He's not gonna retire. Of course, he's not gonna retire. Also, if I must pick a side, Pantoja Hoival got over 2.5. Might go with Hoival. Leon Colby, I guess Colby to win, but over 2.5 official call. I have heard Pantoja been training quite hard though. Everybody are training very hard. Of course, I would pick Ian Gary. He's just better than Luke. Ian Gary was having a lot of personal issues recently. Plus, he threatened with a lawsuit against Sean Strickland and the MMA guru. So it seems his personal life is gonna eat him alive, if you know what I mean. And he married a cougar. He married Puma, you know. I don't know, maybe they get along well, who knows, but if you marry Puma or cougar, I don't know, sometimes it's a good choice, sometimes it's a horrible choice, depends. Guess it depends on the fighter. Yes. Personal issues don't mean he isn't improving in training. True, social media makes too much of that Gary noise. It's a legit relationship. Well, I don't know. I'm telling you, it could be a good relationship. It might be a toxic one. Don't know. All women want money and security with their husband. Ian Gary has herpes. Really? I haven't seen that. Where did you read that, Josh? By the way, how are you doing? Hey, Josh, I've got something to tell you. Yesterday I finished a guy with a heel hook all the time. Didn't, however, dislocate a shoulder in the Moreno fight? Yes. Could be misremembering. No, you're not misremembering. His shoulder popped. Yes, there is a photo of him having a cold sore by his mouth. Oh man, if he has herpes, that's gonna slow him down. I used to have herpes like 2 months ago. I also had it on my lip, but my immune system was a bit fucked up, so he just appeared, and doctor told me, Vlad, do your normal activities. It will disappear like in 2 3 weeks. And he gave me some cream. He gave me something to grease. He gave me some kind of a grease or cream or how you call it. And I was just putting that on my mouth, and after 2 or 3 weeks, it just vanished. I mean, it's just the drop of immune system. I'm good, thanks, Fred. I'm glad to hear you are hitting submissions on people. Hey, I was having a very big problem with saddle. Saddle, like people were sleeping out because I wasn't locking leg very well. But I was watching a lot on YouTube, on Instagram, and I learned to lock them into a saddle. And it's way harder when you lock somebody into a saddle to sleep out of heel hook. But one guy was unable to sleep out, and the other guy, he started rolling, and he rolled like 10 meters. That guy is very good in BGG, that other guy. And I was holding heel hook, but he was rolling for 10 meters. And then we hit the wall. And when we hit the wall, he was able to slip out. But as soon as I caught a heel hook, he was like rolling, 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 rolling. He knows to defend it. That guy is actually very good with heel hooks, with heel hook defense. But the other guy, as soon as I caught heel hook, instantly. As soon as I caught, like after 3 seconds, he said, "What the heck did you do?" But heel hook actually isn't that hard. I was thinking it's a harder submission. It's actually not that hard. But saddle is a bigger problem. That saddle guard, that leg trap is a bigger problem. I was thinking that leg trap. No, that leg trap is a way bigger problem. Because if you don't lock your opponent's leg, he can slip out of it very well. But what would you do if you saw someone get choked out during class? Get choked out? It happens all the time. People tap. If somebody gets choked out, people tap. I mean, at least in my dojo. You've seen Chase Hooper's Imanari roll to heel hook. Oh, yes, I did. That's exactly what I did to that guy yesterday. That Imanari roll to a heel hook. That's exactly what I did. And to be honest, that guy was surprised. Imanari roll is actually a bit harder because it's easy to defend. You can only make one step forward, one step backward, or one step to the side, and you are going to defend Imanari roll. But he didn't expect it. He was wrestling with me, and I felt that I am weaker, and he was pressuring. And then I made one step backwards. He made one step forward, then I did Imanari roll to a heel hook. They go unconscious. No. No, they tap. If somebody gets choked out, they tap. No, people in my dojo tap. They are not. No, they don't have too big ego. But that guy, the other guy who defended heel hook, he was rolling like for 10 meters. He made like 6, 7 rolls to the left. And we hit the wall, and as soon as we hit the wall, he slapped out of it. Who is the worst UFC champion currently with the least amount of skill? Um, hmm. That's a hard question. I would say Pereira because Pereira doesn't have too much of a ground game. He is not the worst champ though. He is a heck of a striker, but you said the least amount of skill. He is not all around fighter. You are probably looking for all rounders, I guess. Don't know what you meant by your question, but you're probably talking about all round fighters, Josh. So Pereira is not all rounder. Was Jamal Hill, but he's not champ anymore. Jamal Hill is terrible. Well, he hurt his Achilles tendon, so that guy ain't fighting anytime soon. That injury, believe me, that injury stole the whole year of my life. Believe me, I'm still training, but I still don't have medical approval to wrestle. So I'm telling you, that injury is really, really nasty, really nasty. It can really take everything from you. You got Duplessis or Strickland. Duplessis. Topuri or Volk. That fight is so hard. I might still go with Volk, but that knockout kinda scares the shit out of me. Jamal Hill, Yerka, who wins? I'd go with Yerka. But Prohashka been knocked out recently. I don't know, man. Prohashka been knocked out recently. If you get knocked out, it's actually painful, when you get a knockout loss. It's painful for many reasons, and Topuria could submit him also. Probably has better jiu-jitsu than Makachev. Way better jiu-jitsu. But don't forget that Topuria was keeping the fight standing against Ryan Hall. So Topuria's jiu-jitsu is good, but against Ryan Hall, he was constantly getting up. He was staying away from BJJ exchanges with Hall. Topuria better BJJ than Islam. What a joke. Olenek has a nasty Isaac choke with many different positions to utilize it from. As much as I know, Makachev is a sambo fighter. Yeah, as much as I know, he is a sambo fighter. He is not a jiu-jitsu fighter, he is a sambo fighter. Why would he stay down with Hall? That would be poor fight IQ. He had guaranteed win on the feet. It doesn't make any sense. No, it doesn't. I'm just saying he had good fight IQ for staying away from Ryan Hall on the ground. But he didn't want to take a risk, which I can understand, but I guess nobody can stay with Ryan Hall on the ground. Ryan Hill who got Hall. The Azeki choke from Mount Bottom was so nice, yes. He would have won ground exchanges with Hall, but there was no need to try it. I don't think so, because he can win via points, but if Hall gets a hold of your leg, that's a problem, a big problem. So it was a great fight IQ. To understand why he stayed on the feet. I do understand. I do, because he was having greater chance to win. Slam submitted Charles Oliveira, Thiago Moses easily. Fortunately, everyone knows how I feel about that, but Topuria's best grappling was against Bryce Mitchell, who is not on either level. How would you consider Bryce Mitchell as a fighter? Would you consider him grappler, striker, all-round fighter? Hall wasn't going to submit him, but in fighting or survival, you don't put yourself in positions of danger for no reason. That is true. That is true. Yes, they are better than Bryce Mitchell. In form of grappling, they are way better. Oliveira, you know what is funny about Oliveira? I'm going to tell you. Oliveira, he has the greatest number of submission wins, but he also lost few matches via submission, which makes it even more weird. Do you agree? Slam out wrestled Arman Sarukian. Yes, but that was one of the best fights I've ever watched. Bryce is bad on feet, bad wrestling, but great BGG. Have a good day, Vlad. Hello, email Melson. How you doing, man? Yes, Islam versus Arman was one of the best fights I've ever watched in terms of wrestling and ground exchanges. Yeah, but his BGG is not better than either Charles the Bronx or Thiago Moises. Charles the Bronx has good BGG, but Charles the Bronx is such enigma to me. He has the greatest number of submission wins, but he also has submission losses on his resume, and he is a BGG god. That pretty much makes no sense. That was baby Arman. Hello, succeed. I think Makacha might beat Sarukian in a rematch, but I'd say it's super close. Say 50-50. I think I agree with that. Ilya's wrestling is definitely not better than Arman. Arman versus Gamrot was crazy. Yeah, I was thinking. I actually thought that. Didn't think Arman. Didn't think. I was thinking Arman won that fight. I had a bet on Gamrot though, but I thought Arman won that fight. I just risked with the Gamrot bet. In what aspect of MMA is Ilya better than Islam at all? None. They are not even the same weight class. Gamrot's wrestling transitions were far superior to Arman. Wanna see Oliveira Arman? Let's Oliveira fight Arman or Gamrot. I wonder who is next for Charles Oliveira. Think that rematch with Makachev makes no much sense if you're asking me. Some new blood could be okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of watching same matches over and over and over again. I don't know, it's not hyping me up. It's just not my choice though. I have some different ideas for those fights, etc. Elia fought at 155. He got robbed by Jai Herbert. I remember that. But the majority of his wins were at 145. Get you Islam, I don't want rematch. Me neither. Josh Rahon, pound for pound. Number one. I like to say it. Hey Josh, have you seen that I took part in an interview with a local podcaster, with one of the best podcasters in Serbia? Have you seen that? I posted a video in my community section. I know it's in Serbian, so you're not going to understand, but I'm actually very pleased because of that. That's verifiably false. Islam has better grappling than Ilya does and has proven it by controlling and submitting the best BJJ fighter in UFC history. Wrestling can counter jiu-jitsu, but it is not the same thing. Well, it depends. A good jiu-jitsu fighter can also beat wrestler. It really depends. No, people are downgrading the power of jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu is actually very good, but wrestling can be superior if a wrestler knows to defend submissions. Rather than saying that Hall would not have submitted Ilya. Craig wasn't supposed to sub Ankalaev either. Never know what could happen. Yeah, do you believe that Craig submitted him in the dying seconds of the fight? Yeah, he submitted him in the dying seconds of the fight. It was totally unexpected. 459. Johnny Walker has a chance versus Ankalaev. Well, Johnny Walker improved himself a lot. Johnny Walker improved himself a lot. That is That is really, it is really amazing. No, he matured a lot. See, Gamrot is set to fight Dos Anjos. Islam won't fight UFC 299. Who would be headliner, Islam or Sean O'Malley? That's a good question. And honestly, which fighter would bring more hype? The fighter who brings more hype is definitively going to be a headliner, I guess. What fight has Ilya shown? His BJJ is better than Islam's with the quality of competition that Islam has beat. Ilya couldn't even finish a 40-year-old Josh Emmett. Emmett is one of the toughest guys I've ever seen, but yeah, you're right about that. Yair Rodriguez submitted him via triangle choke, I think. Was it a triangle choke? Gamrot versus RDA. Yeah. UFC wants Sean O'Malley to headline. I can agree with that. However, Islam versus Gaethje is huge. Everyone knows Josh pound for pound Arachon is not a fan of Dagi fighters to say Tila Topuria has better wrestling BJJ than Makacha is done. The new Robert Sella. Gaethje is bigger star than O'Malley. Well, big star power is going to lead to. I'm confident that big star power is going to lead to more no bigger star power is going to lead to greater chance of headlining the event. Robert Sella is the dumbest chat member. Robert Sella is the dumbest chat member. That is funny. Really funny. Especially when Josh Arajon spills the beans. Josh is pound for pound number one. Josh Arajon, pound for pound, number one. What about MMA Guru Vlad? I thought he was number one. He is the best podcaster, that is true, but Josh Arajon is pound for pound number one of this chat. I'm a big fan of the MMA Guru. By the way, he just got back from South Africa. He flew to South Africa to meet Dricus du Plessis. Man, he met Dricus du Plessis in person. That's... I don't even know what to say about that. He flew to South Africa to meet Dricus du Plessis in person. That's impressive. It's cringy when you see him for people for no reason, Vlad. That is a better mentality, in my opinion. Um, Rogue Strammer, get of here because it seems Josh Arajon likes to argue here. Well, Rogue Strammer, it seems you and Josh are going to have a nice conversation in this chat. Hmm. Josh, you are in love with me. I don't know. People are saying that I'm Sigma, actually. They say I'm not either Alpha or Beta. People say I'm Sigma, majority of them. So, I'm fine with being Sigma, if people say it. I don't care to speak with you. Maybe Sigma? Not sure what that is. Maybe neutral. Well, people are saying that I'm Sigma. You know, majority of my chat members are saying that I'm Sigma. And I was watching some some MMA stuff, some like tutorials about Sigma males, and majority of those features are my features. Ligma Balls says, "Isn't the Omega above Alpha?" I don't know. I only know for Sigma, Alpha, and Beta. I've heard of Omega and Gamma too, but I don't know what is Omega and Gamma. What are they known for? I know Sigma is like a kind of dangerous introvert, you know, a loner, a lone wolf. I actually am a lone wolf. I don't like having too many friends and too many, you know. I actually am a lone wolf. That's true. Think you are introverted? That seems accurate. Yes, I am introverted. I'm actually pretty introverted. I really don't like hanging around with too many people. That is true, I am introverted. My father is also introvert and I'm extroverted. Strange. I don't know what would I say about my father. Is he introverted or extroverted? I think he's somewhere in between. My father has friends. Sometimes he visits his friends, but sometimes, not too often. But he doesn't like going out to, you know, to pubs and something like that. But he has like three, four friends. He's not like me. I'm like, can have friends and still be an introvert. I only have one friend and that's it. I mean, I have tons of fans, etc., but I really don't like to hang around with people too much. They're just not me for some reason. Don't know, they're just not me for some reason. Whatever happened to your roommate? I used to have a roommate. Used to have a roommate like 2 years ago. That Guida fan, but he now lives in the other part of the city. He moved because of his work, and you know I live like he needs, believe it or not, 1 hour until he arrives to my home to his job, and he moved to that part of the city. He can pay his bills. He's like, at least I don't have to travel by bus. He was saying that traveling by bus is exhausting. It can be, sometimes. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. When I say stop, you stop. Have a good, clean fight. Herb Dean. Colby Covington, Leon Edwards. I would go with Covington over 2.5 though. Ian Herpes or Vicente Luque. Well, if he has herpes, it might affect him. I think Gary is actually very talented, but if he has herpes, that could be a big problem, you know. It's very, very big problem when you're having a herpes. Herpes is actually a big problem. Slight people can say whatever they want, like Hellstrammer not have the manhood to defend his comments. Then Josh Rahon victory moves him to 29-0 on the chat. Oh yes, that is true. Josh is winning with arguments. The fights I think are tricky. Phil Almeida, O'Neal fight. Lipsky has been strong recently. Think there are actually many tricky fights on this card. Yeah, I agree with Phil Almeida and O'Neal versus Lipski. Hmm. Yeah, you can challenge Khabib now. So there are many other tricky fights on this card, but you are right. Majority of fights are straightforward. Pound for pound, number one, Josh Arahon. You are right about the fact that there are many great fights. But I'm telling you, sometimes it's really hard. Can you tell me if vodka is really lower quality in the United States? First of all, I don't drink vodka. Second, I don't live in the United States. So if there is anybody from United States, try to answer, please. Will Tony Ferguson knock out Fatty Pimblet? I wish he knocks him out badly, man, but I think I will start crying at the end of that fight if Tony loses. Paddy is a lock. Vodka is amazing. Vodka sucks here. Oof. I don't drink vodka. We got European vodka here also in USA. I only drink mastika. That's some kind of Bulgarian. That's some kind of Bulgarian alcoholic drink. Sometimes, but very rarely. Sometimes I take one beer and that's it. I'm really not a big fan of alcohol. American vodka is fine. Sometimes I smoke a joint and that's it. But I'm really not a fan of alcohol. I don't smoke cigars. These are just my choices, I guess. Try Uzo if you like black licorice. I tried Uzo when I was younger. It's not that bad actually. Smoke weed only once per month. Only once per month. I smoke weed, but only once per month. No, American vodka is trash, just like your MMA opinions. I don't drink vodka, guys, so I never even tried vodka. I'm like, I don't know, never even tried vodka. Even when I was younger, I didn't try vodka. Never liked it too much. Hello, Steven, how you doing? I'm so glad you will have amateur boxing fight next year, fella. It's really inspiring. I will have amateur MMA fight next year, and we will see how it goes from there. I gave a promise, and I can't break that promise. So next year, you will see how it goes. So glad you're here, Steven. So glad everything goes well on your end. I'm glad, man. Just keep pushing. Keep pushing everything. Keep doing a great job, and just work your way up, fella. I'm so glad everything is okay. So glad everything is better. Me, I'm always trying to stay better. I'm always trying to improve and up myself and up my skills. That is what I plan to do in life. I want more achievements. And how's your training? Training doing well. I'm training every day. Training every day whenever I have time. Really training as hard as I can, that's all I can say. Dojo is amazing. All people are amazing. Train MMA, Josh. Not geek like you who just talks about it. Good night. Good night, sleep happy. I will be live for 10, 15 more minutes, but I like those long streams. I really enjoy it. Haven't been on a long stream for a while. Spar the trainer was fun. Really? That's amazing. I don't spar with my coach. My coach doesn't want to spar. He is only giving instructions. He is saying, listen, I'm old actually. My coach is just saying, listen, I like giving instructions and that's it. He doesn't want to spar. Yeah, I'm the president of Brazil. I don't know anything about MMA rogues. Is that supposed to scare me? Train to rogue? You're not. Josh Arahon likes to argue. That guy always makes me fun. Makes me laugh. Yeah, that guy always makes me laugh. Josh Aragon is funny as fuck. Like that guy in the chat, you know. Wish I meet Josh once in real life. If I ever visit America, the first thing I need to do is to meet Josh Aragon in person. Done good feints. Oh, thank you. Rogue piece sitting down. If there is one thing I need to do if I ever visit America, that's meeting Josh Aragon in person. That is the first thing I need to do. The first thing of many things on my list. I would actually like to visit the Balkan states someday. If you ever come, just message me. Listen, I can wait for you at the airport. That's not gonna be a problem. Or if I'm not busy, or if I'm busy, I can call you a taxi. I can call you a taxi and it will ride you to the location that you book. So if I'm if I'm busy at that moment, I can come later. That's not gonna be a problem. Rogue is special needs. Everyone, please be nice to him and speak slowly, says Josh. Really, if you visit Serbia, anyway, if you visit Serbia, guys, have a nice day, okay? I'll leave you all to it. Good night, Rogue, and thanks for being a part of this chat. I would appreciate that, my friend. Someday is the dream. No, really, if you want to come, listen, Belgrade has airport, so you'll make everyone quit. Belgrade has airport. Airport is not, airport is maybe 20 kilometers away from my condo. I moved to Pančevo though, but Pančevo is like 40 kilometers from that airport. So no worries about that, we can hang around. If I'm not available, I can call you a cab, so I will order you a cab. That shouldn't be a problem. What is there to eat in Belgrade and where do I meet women? To eat? There are tons of restaurants. Depends on what you want to eat. It's not too hard to find a proper restaurant. I don't know what you want to eat. It depends on you. Where do I meet women? I guess nightclubs. I don't go out at nightclubs, but going out at nightclubs is actually an easy way to meet women. I work on weekends, so I can't go out. And I ref matches, I ref soccer, I train, so I can't go out, but just saying. I don't like to go out. It's annoying to me. There are many things to eat. We have McDonald's in Belgrade. In the center of the city, we have McDonald's. We don't have we don't have many of them though. I mean, we do have McDonald's, but not many of them. It's not like in America that you have McDonald's in every quarter, but we have few of them. There are some good things to it. Told you, it all depends on you, man. Two foot bong hit versus Hodeb. Highness prediction. Guess 2 foot bong hit. 5 more minutes and I'm leaving. I'm actually getting very much tired. Tomorrow morning I also need to train cover up, and in the evening I train wrestling. Very challenging way for me. Very, very challenging. I decided to do something with my life. No, maybe it's too late. Some people say it's never late. Okay, gonna turn 36 next year. Guess it's never late. Can always do something fun in your life. You can sit home and look for excuses, or you can get out and do something with your life. That's what I decided to do. Anyway, I'm actually very tired now, so I need to hit the hay. And thank you for this stream. Thank you for everything. You are the best. I love you all. Wish you luck in these picks and predictions, guys. Hope we're gonna win some money. Had a good last card. Hope I'm gonna have another good card. Catch ya.